U.S. President Donald Trump has criticized the media for biased coverage of his upcoming meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin. He wrote about this on Truth Social. The head of the White House expressed indignation at the way the media is presenting the upcoming summit with the head of the Kremlin. Trump said the coverage of his meeting with Putin was unfair. He accused the media of quoting dismissed officials and unqualified individuals, including John Bolton, who said that despite the meeting being held on American soil, Putin had already won. Trump asserted that the United States wins in everything and called for not trusting fake news outlets. Trump said that if he had gotten Moscow and Leningrad for free as part of a deal with Russia, fake news would still say it was a bad deal. He called the critics sick and dishonest people who probably hate the United States, but emphasized that it doesn't matter because the United States wins in everything. The package includes concrete monuments, the Soviet mentality, a bankrupt economy, and hundreds of millions of people who have been fed propaganda for years. The Russian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has announced its intention to take back Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson regions in their entirety. Alexei Fadiev, deputy director of the Information and Press Department of the Russian Foreign Ministry, said at a briefing before the Alaska summit that the will of both leaders was the decisive factor in organizing the meeting between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump.
Організації зустрічей диктатора Владимира Путіна та президента США Дональда Трампа була сама воля цих лідерів.
Alexei Fadiev said that Kyiv has not provided a formal response to the proposal to create working groups announced after the talks in Istanbul. Moscow is counting on the formation of these groups. Fadiev also made statements about the occupied territories of Ukraine, hinting that Russia is claiming territories that it was unable to capture. Alexei Fadiev said that the territorial structure of the Russian Federation is enshrined in the country's constitution, and that says it all. The goals of the Russian delegation at the Alaska talks are dictated solely by national interests. All the territories claimed by Russia are part of Ukraine.
І всі ті території, про які ви, шановний Фадієв, мрієте у своїй московській бульбашці, і всі ті пропагандисти разом із російським терористом, хочеться сказати, що все це Україна.
Every piece of land, coastline, and city is Ukrainian and will never be Russian. Russia can change its constitution or even claim Mars, but this is Ukrainian land, people, and history. It couldn't take it by force and won't get it at the negotiating table.
Наша історія, ви її не змогли забрати силою і вже точно не отримаєте за столом переговорів.
Russia's national interests end where Ukraine's internationally recognized state borders begin. The world also recognizes that the Russian occupiers must follow the route of a Russian warship. Ukraine has identified 5 basic requirements, without fulfillment of which peace with Russia is impossible. Among Ukraine's main demands are a sustainable ceasefire and compensation for damages, Politico reports. Ukraine's strategic interests in talks with Russia include a truce before any territorial concessions, compensation, security guarantees, maintaining sanctions, return of POWs and children, and a ceasefire before any territorial exchanges.